Okay, Shalom. It's this Shabbat today. We're getting into video number 2, and this one is from the New York. Let's get it. Let's go over here and get it. The New York History newspaper, Landisburg Gazette, July 30th, 1811, page 3, image 3, and it is entitled "Ancient Prophecy Accomplished in America." And this article goes into talking about how the descendants of Japheth are dwelling in the Shems. Tents of Shem, and if you don't know what that means, or you're not sure of the meaning of that, it is from the book of Genesis, when the lands were divvied up after the flood between Noah's 3 sons, Ham, Shem, and Japheth. And Shem is who the descendants are, who the Israelites came through, and Shem is the forefather of all the ancient patriarchs, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, all that. And Japheth, they're saying that Japheth in the last days will be dwelling in the tents of Shem, meaning that has a double meaning. That means not only will they be on their land and inhabiting their land, which they're not supposed to. It says that the Hamites will be the servants of them, and that that can mean also that they're dwelling. It says dwelling in the tents. That means they can just be dwelling in their identity. The Japhites can be stealing the identity of the Shemites, which is what is no doubtedly happening. And in this article from 1811, it goes into talking about that, saying how the prophecy is currently being fulfilled as we speak right now in 1811. So in one of the other articles I've read, I talked about how the one about the mummies, how the Israelites were over here in the Americas, and that how they were talking about how they found over 2,000 Israelite and Egyptian mummies in a cave in Lexington, Kentucky. I keep on always saying Lexington. It's Lexington. But it links how the Israelites were over here and that the Americas were the land of Shem. If you look up the land of Shem, Ham, and Japheth on a map, the Caucasian man will show you Africa, Asia, and barely even Europe. He will not even show you that because he wants those lands. Any lands he wants any lands he wants and he wants ownership of, he's going to write out of that prophecy, and he's going to say weren't existing at the time. The world was divvied up. How was the world divvied up, but the whole North America and South America are disappeared? That's very convenient of them to leave them out and say nobody was there. No, there was nobody there. The Most High put nobody there. There was nobody native to the lands of the Americas, but we know that there were. So let's get into this ancient prophecy accomplished in America, 1811, Landisburg Gazette. Let's go. This prediction uttered by Noah, the second general parent of mankind, was never fulfilled in any tolerable sense but in America. And in America, its fulfillment has been glaringly accomplished for years, nay, centuries, and is now conspicuously to be seen in the actual condition of our population. Yet it has not, to my knowledge, been hitherto noticed. Indeed, I do not recollect to have read in any author, ancient or modern, divine or layman, a single attempt to unfold this prophecy. Well, I just put up an article on Instagram yesterday from a book called Blood Moon, Black Sun, and I forgot what the full thing was, but it goes into talking about, and I have the book, Satan's the Abominable Church of Satan over here, and it talks about how the Christian and Catholic Church hate prophecy, how they seem to not only care about accurate prophecy or being accurate with prophecy, or looking into who's fulfilling prophecy, but they hide prophecy because they know that they are the nation of people that has been prophesied to be wicked. So why would the wicked nation prophesy their own wickedness and accurately display and write down with the truth of what they're doing? They're going to paint themselves as something different. They're going to paint themselves as a good guy. Let's keep on going. If we look into history previous to the settlement of America by the Europeans, or posterior in reference to the other parts of the earth, we discover nothing like the fulfillment of this prophecy. We nowhere see Japheth dwelling in the tents of Shem, and at the same time Ham in servitude to the former. Or if in other times and elsewhere the descendants of Japheth have ever encroached upon the Shem's descendants. It has been comparatively in small degrees, and the offspring of Shem have, for aught I know, approached as much upon Japheth. So he's saying, we have never seen this until now. And he's like, Shem has never gone into Japheth's land, because we know that Shem, according to the proper images of the maps, were given the best lands. They were given the lands with all types of seasons, with winter and summer. Some of them were given temperate climates. There's a difference between living in the tropics, living in a land that's blazing hot 24/7, and you get no cool down period. You get a small rain period, and that's it. Or the lands that were perpetually cold, where it's nothing but freezing winter all the time, and you get a summer that's a month long. Those lands were given to Japheth, and the hot lands were given to Ham. Ham is no doubtedly, even Caucasians today, they will tell you that Ham is the forefather of all black people, which is a lie, because they are trying to paint themselves as Shem. They are trying to paint themselves as the Shemites when they're trying to paint themselves as both. So they have given the true Shemites Ham history and some of Japheth's history, while they're taking Shem's history and saying that they are them. They are dwelling in the tents of Shem on their land and in their history. Let's keep on going. We see nowhere Japheth dwelling in the tents of Shem, and at the same time Ham in servitude to the former. Or if in other times elsewhere the descendants of Japheth have approached upon Shem's descendants, it has been comparatively in small degrees. And the offspring of Shem, for not I know, encroached as much upon Japheth. Why would Shem want to go onto Japheth's land, the coldest land ever, where the sun barely shines? And at any rate, Ham's posterity never has anywhere in any signal manner in servitude to Japheth's offspring, when the latter dwell in the tents of Shem. But in America, a most conspicuous and literal accomplishment has been given to each part of this prediction. Let's keep on going. Where are we in this? Okay, here we go. And we see it palpably with our eyes at this day. It is an old opinion supported by the scriptures that all ancient writings. Now, so these people know about the other ancient writings. They're talking about the scriptures and all ancient writings, that all three sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, disposed of themselves or their respective offspring in the following manner. Shem went. Now dodge the hijack here. They're going to tell you where Shem, Ham, and Japheth went, and they're going to leave out the Americas. They're going to leave out where they went, truly where they went, because we know that the descendants of Japheth are trying to hijack the Americas and say that nobody dwelt here and it wasn't divvied up between anybody, and that Ham was not in South America, the lower portion of South America, that Shem was from the Mexican peninsula, from the northern tip or part of the South America to Mexico, to that whole part, to North America, and up into southern Canada. And then Japheth got northern Canada. Japheth's lands Alaska and going down. It's the cold lands. So how do you divide that up when you're literally dwelling in the tents of Shem and you don't want people to know you are? Not only are you trying to switch identities around of the brothers, you're trying to switch the map around and say that certain people weren't in certain places. So it says that Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth disposed of themselves. Shem went eastward into Asia and was common ancestor of the nations that have inhabited or do inhabit the region of earth. Ham went to Africa and was the progenitor of the Negroes and all the inhabiting. There you go with the lie. There they go lying. All black people come out of Africa. There they go lying again. And all inhabiting the quarter. Japheth settled in the Isles and in Europe. That's not true. They're lying. Europe is not theirs. They're lying about the maps. Oh my gosh. I'll be posting up a map of the true image of this, and you'll see that these people are liars and that they're attempting to twist prophecy. This is why they don't give a fuck about prophecy, about figuring out accurate Bible prophecy, because they are they are the Psalms 83 Confederation. They're openly trying to hide themselves and hijack other people's lands. So, mentioned by poets and historians. No, it's not mentioned by poets and historians. It's mentioned by your poets and your historians, which have been known to hide history and are currently lying about everything. So, Are Indians then coming from Asia? They're saying that the Indians, now we're going to get to another article talking about how the natives over in the Americas are descendants of the 10 tribes of Israel. And here, and this is it, this part of the, this is this end of the article saying, are Indians then coming from Asia? Because they like to say that the natives over here are come over from Asia. They came across a land bridge and they walked down from the polar area down to the Canada, down to North America, and now they're dwelling. This is where they settled in North America, which is the biggest lie on earth as well. You can't trust anything these people say. They lie about everything. They lie and they lie and they lie and they lie and they lie. And it says they are the no other than Shem. So the Mongoloid Asians that they depict as the natives of America are the descendants of Shem, when we have already proven that technically, if article is correct, if they came from northern regions of Western Europe and walked all the way across the land bridge, all the way down into Shem's land, how are they Shem? That means they're Japheth encroaching on Shem's land. And then these people just ignore that in this same article. The farthest confines of Asia, which is west, oh my gosh, which is Siberia, which is Japheth's cold, nasty land, which nobody wants to live on. And he's, oh my God, Lexwell, the YouTuber, did a great video yesterday where he was going through a German woman who did her DNA test and her lineage and found out she was not German at all, even though she swore she was German. She was like, what? I'm not German? And then he pulled up a song by, I think, Led Zeppelin, talking about, we come from the land of the ice and snow, and it's talking about a song written by white people, how there are supposed to be people coming from a land of ice and snow, going onto a land of green pastures, going to the land of the west coasts, the coasts of the west, how green your fields are and how great they grow and how we're coming for them. Oh my God, these people are devils. Let's finish up this article. The civilized settlers of America being Europeans. That's a lie. That's a lie straight out of hell. You came here and the Spaniards were absolutely in shock of how great the cities were they found over here, and said that they were greater than any cities that existed in Europe and antiquities or in modern day times. So again, the writer of this article is telling about 10% of the truth and filling the other 90% of it with lies, or 80% of it with lies. The civilized settlers of America, being the Europeans, are no other than Japheth. Okay, there's some of the first truth you told in this. We are his offspring who are reaching the confines of Europe. Came over from, no, because you invaded Europe as well. You are not the natives of Europe. You are not the ancients of Europe. We have already proven that the Iberian Peninsula was inhabited by dark-skinned men. The original Irish are dark-skinned men. The Druids were dark-skinned men, descendants of the Phoenicians, which were Hebrews. Oh my God, they lie, and they are the biggest whitewashers of history ever. They write themselves into history everywhere they can, and they write you out of history everywhere they can. We drove him out of his tents and possessed them, and we are still driving him out in a very extensive and singular manner. It has been done. It bids fair to be done still more extensively, even till Shem shall be driven out of all of his tents of the confine. Well, if you guys paid attention to Bible prophecy, you would know that you're not going to get away with it, and that during a period of time at the end, the descendants of Shem will be given back everything they have, and you will bow down to them, and you'll not only that, you'll be getting kicked off your land. So again, they lie, they cheat, they steal. They lie, they cheat, they steal. And they lie about history. They tell you that you come from certain lands, and then they delete the history, and they control the history books. They control the textbooks on what they say true history is. And if you go into dig deeper into any type of history, they call you a conspiracy theory. They tell you that you're being divisive, that you're promoting lies and half-truths, when all you're doing is just taking back your history out of their hands and saying, no, you guys are liars and you're devils. So with this being said, all praises to the Most High. Do your own research. Do not believe these people onto where they say, especially when they say all black people come from Africa. How can you say that when the natives, when the Spaniards themselves describe the natives that they first encountered, describing them in similarities to the Negroes of Africa? It's just, you guys lie and you lie and you lie. So with that being said, I'm going to leave a link in the description to a channel of a guy named Neophyte Dag. He did great job. He does great jobs on in detailing Shem, Ham, and Japheth. He's done a whole video on it, and this is where I got the map from. And he lets you download pictures and links from his videos. So I want to give him all credit to this and kind of getting me started. Not getting me started, but I found this link before I found his channel, actually. I found this article before I found his channel, but that was when I was just looking up black Indians and just links to the Israelites being in the Americas, and the Americas being the promised land, and having biblical events having taken place over here. And now I found his channel where it straight up says, he puts up this map where I've not seen this map before. I've not seen this map anywhere on Google. Every type of map I look up, it completely excludes the Americas in total from being even part of the prophecy or being part of the land split up between Shem, Ham, or Japheth. So with that being said, shout out to Neophyte Dag for some of the screenshots I took from the videos. You gave us free downloads, so I'm using them, and I want to give him credit. And do your own research on this.